What up, YouTube? I'm back. So this was a good Jujutsu Kaisen episode. It wasn't the best and it wasn't my favorite episode, but it was still pretty good. We learned some things in this week's episode, especially about this character right here. His name is Yoshino. He was in the opening, and it seems like he was friends with Itadori in the opening, and it seems like maybe he's gonna be a villain in the story. So it's gonna be interesting to see how their relationship develop, because it seems like he's a villain, but in the opening he's a friend. So we'll have to see. We got a little bit of his story. He gets bullied at school, and something that he had in his mind is if there was a button to kill the people he dislikes, he would push that button. So for a reason, it reminded me of Death Note, one of my favorite series of all time. I don't know why. Maybe it's because Light was able to just kill whoever he wanted to, basically. But yeah, man, that's how we basically met and was introduced to Yoshino. Then he was in this movie theaters with the same guys that was bullying him, I think. And while they were watching, they were making a ton of noise. They were talking, and they were doing a lot of things that is annoying when you go watch a movie. And one of the curses that we met before, his name is Mahito. It seems like he's one of the leaders of the curses. He went there and basically transformed them into curses and killed them, which was crazy. We saw that at the end of last week's episode where there was three students that died and were deformed, and it seems like Mahito was the one that did that. Anyway, Itadori showed up at the scene later that day with another person. I don't remember his name, but he's someone that Gojo Sensei actually trusts. And they had an interesting discussion about curse energy, basically saying that they can look for curse residue with their eyes, which reminded me a lot of Gyo in Hunter x Hunter. And if you watch Hunter x Hunter, you know what I'm talking about. But I thought it was a pretty cool discussion and some new things that we learned about for curse energy. So anyway, this is the guy that was with Itadori at the scene. Like I said, I don't remember his name, but I really like his character design. I really like his voice. I think his voice actor is the same as the one that played Overhaul in Boku no Hero Academia, and he plays a lot of other characters in other animes. So he's a popular voice actor. He's pretty good at his job. So I'm glad that he's voicing another character from one of my favorite anime right now. We also got to see some fights. We saw Itadori fight. We saw the other guy fight, and I don't actually understand how his power works, but it seems like he can see where the critical hit will be, and then basically kill the curse. So that's kind of interesting. But can y'all explain me in the comments down below how it really works? Because just for me to understand better. But I thought it was pretty cool. Like always, the animation was cool. It seems like he uses a curse object, like Maki does, like Itadori did a few episodes ago when Gojo gave him that. So I thought it was pretty interesting, and it wasn't unwrapped. It was unwrapped, I should say. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Like I said, we also got to see Itadori fight, and because it's 1 month later than last week's episode, it seems like he can actually use curse energy whenever he wants now. And when he started to use his curse energy, I thought it was pretty interesting because the pose that he used while using the curse energy reminded me of what Hinata uses in Naruto, the twin lion's fist or something like that. It reminded me a lot of that for a reason. But they actually explained how his power works because he can't really produce curse energy as fast as he should. So right now, when he punches someone, it hits them once, and then when the curse energy arrives, it hits them another time, even stronger. So he basically has a double hit when he hits someone, which is interesting. Maybe it's gonna be like that for a while, but I'm wondering when he'll be able to use his curse energy at 100%. Will it do that still, or will it not do that, you know. So I'm really interested in how Itadori uses his curse energy and how strong he can become, because he's already physically stronger than a lot of people, and now he can use curse energy. That's scary, you know. So I can't wait to see Itadori, you know, basically improve for from episodes to episodes. At the end of the episode, there was a scene between Mahito and Yoshino, because it seems like Yoshino wants to learn a lot more about curses and curse energy. And I don't think it's a good thing, you know, because he's not a stable kid right now. He gets bullied a lot by people at his school. So I don't think it's a good thing, because he could become a villain, you know, because like he said at the beginning of the episode, if there was a button that could kill the people he hates, he would push that button, you know. So I think he could become a villain, but my question is, will he become a villain, or will Itadori change his heart, you know? Because in the opening it seems like they're friends. So it's going to be interesting to see if Itadori can change the way he perceives things, you know. Something that we learned, I'm guessing, about the special grade curses is that they gained wisdom before they took shape, and then they remained in hiding up till now, you know. So I thought that was pretty interesting, because from the curses that we saw in this shot right there, one of them is the one that fought Gojo Sensei, you know. So that was pretty interesting. And then, you know, Yoshino asked Mahito how he became a curse, basically, and then there was kind of a flashback with a cigarette. It seems like maybe someone was abused, and because of that, that curse energy, that hate, became Mahito, you know, or maybe Mahito was that person, because I still think that he's half curse and half human, you know. So that's gonna be interesting to learn about. But let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below. Let me know what you think is gonna happen next. I do Jujutsu Kaisen reviews on Fridays, so subscribe for that. But I also do other anime related things like One Piece reviews on Saturdays, Boruto Naruto Next Generation reviews on Sundays, and then in December, Attack on Titan, the final season is coming, so it's gonna be on my channel. I'm gonna review the entirety of the season, and then in January there's Doctor Stone season 2 and The Promised Neverland season 2. So stay tuned for all of that, man. It's gonna be fun. Before I end this video, there's something that I forgot to talk about, and it's the curses that Itadori fought. And it seems like they weren't actually curses, you know, they were transformed into ones by, I'm guessing, Mahito. And it was interesting, because the ones that he killed in the movie theater, they were dead, they weren't alive, but the ones that Itadori fought were actually alive. So I'm guessing that he can control if he wants them dead or transform fully into curses, you know. So I thought that was pretty interesting, that he can actually transform them from human to curses. It weighted pretty heavily on Itadori, you know, because at first he thought that he actually killed those humans, but they were already dead, you know. They died and then they were transformed into curses. So that's good for Itadori, I guess, but he was still uneasy, you know. He still thought that it was on him. But yeah, man, I thought that was a pretty good scene at the end, because he really feels responsible and he cares about people, you know. Anyway, man, it was a good episode. I really liked it. But follow me at Anime Specialist on Twitter and Instagram, and like, comment, subscribe. It would help my channel a lot, man. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.